Really, it's really weird. Right, okay, so you all know what a sphere is, yeah? A football, right? Okay, so a sphere, this for your notes copies. So a sphere is three-dimensional football, the earth, a football, a tennis ball. You can't see because I haven't, oh yeah, it's on magnify, sorry. Right, so a sphere, right, and there's a formula to get the volume, and it's in the log tables, right? So it's 4/3 pi r cubed, right? And that's in the log table, so you don't need to remember it, it's in the log tables. And the surface area right, okay girls, the surface area is, if you were to open it up and flatten it out, which is impossible by the way, but if you were to open it up and flatten it out, the formula is 4 pi r squared. So this one is cubed because volume is three-dimensional. This one is squared, area is two-dimensional, it's flat. So remember the units of volume are cm cubed or meters cubed, right, and the volume of surface area is cm squared or meters squared. Okay, and please remember girls that the radius, remember the radius is the radius of the football, so it can go in any direction. So it can be across, it can be down, right, it can be sideways, right, okay, remember the radius goes in all directions. It's the distance from the center out to the edge, right, okay, and just be careful because they love to give you diameter, right, okay, so they love to give you diameter, so to make sure to have it to get the radius, because it's radius in the formula. Is that okay? A sphere, right, okay, so can I take this away? I'll just do a straightforward example, right, okay, example 1, and find the volume and surface area. Find 1, the volume, and 2, the surface area, and here's my sphere, and I'm going to do a bad thing. So those lines, those dots are just to make it look three-dimensional, right, okay, and I'm going to tell you this is 18 centimeters. And we're going to give our answer correct to one place of decimals. I'm not writing that down, but it says that in the question. Is that okay? So 18 there, that says 18, just in case you can't see it, sorry. Yeah, it's the whole diameter, which is well spotted. The diameter is 18 centimeters. So straight away, girls, I know diameter is in no formula, so it's the radius is equal to 9 centimeters. So before I've even read the question, I'm going to do that. Okay, so then volume is, so volume of a sphere is 4/3 pi r cubed, so that's 4/3 multiplied by pi, use the pi button on your calculator, multiplied by r to the power of 3, so it's 9 to the power of 3. Okay, so when you put that into your calculator, you will get 4/3 multiplied by, you all remember where the power button is, don't you? 9. Now that's 9 to the power of 3. There is an x cubed button on the calculator, is beside the options key on your calculator. Okay, so there is an x cubed button. Oh my god, what am I after pressing a 7 by accident? See, it's here alongside the options key. It's x to the power of 3. Is that okay? Right, equals, right, okay. Now, They give you the answer, girls, in terms of pi first. Right? So if they said give your answer in terms of pi, that's what you would do. But this question said give your answer correct to one place of decimals. So you press S to D, right, to turn it into a decimal. And your answer is 3053.6. 3053.6. And let's put a unit on it. It's cm cubed because it's volume.
Is there a formula for volume 4/8 or
4/3. That's a 3. Sorry, that's a 3. Okay, we all good? Right, okay, and number two, or part 2, is the surface area. So the formula for the surface area, girls, again, is in the log tables. It's 4 pi r squared. So that would be 4 multiplied by pi multiplied by 9 squared. Just be careful now with the squared and the cube because people get them mixed up. They forget which one they're in. So it's 4 multiplied by pi multiplied by 9 to be squared equals, so in terms of pi, can anyone tell me what it is? Because, what is it? 324 pi. Okay, so that's in terms of pi. So it said correct to one place of decimal. So S to D that, and what will you get? 1017 point, and round it up 9.9. Okay, and it's area, so it's cm squared. Okay, is that all right? Are we good with that? Okay, so now I want to talk about a hemisphere. Guess what a hemisphere is, lads? A half a sphere, isn't it? Okay, so a hemisphere. I'm cheating. Hemisphere, all one word. Okay, so a hemisphere is half a sphere. So it's like an orange, right, when you cut it in half. Okay. So a hemisphere, half a sphere, right, okay. So the volume is exactly that, half the volume. So instead of it being 4/3 pi r cubed, it's 2/3 pi r cubed. Is that okay? So it was 4/3, now it's half that. What about the surface area? What would you expect it to be? The sphere was 4 pi r squared. So what would you expect a hemisphere to be? 2 pi r squared, wouldn't you? But there's an extra bit exposed. There's a circle up here on top, isn't there? That wasn't exposed before. Okay? So it's actually 2 pi r squared plus this extra bit, which is a circle, which is pi r squared. So what's 2 pi r squared and pi r squared? It's like 2x and 1x makes 3x, 3 pi r squared. Okay? Now, girls, the formula for the hemispheres are not in the log tables. Okay? So you either have to remember that the volume is half and the surface area is half plus the extra circle, or you need to learn them off, whichever suits you, right? But either way, they're not in the log table, so you need to figure out which suits you, right? Okay. Example. So I'm on example 2. And we'll go with, can I move it up? Am I okay? Find 1, the volume, and 2, the surface area. and I'll do a hemisphere here. It's not very roundy. Okay, is that alright? Okay, I did a bad thing again because I gave you the diameter. So before I start, if they give me the diameter, straight away I'm going to put the radius down as 5 centimeters. Okay? By the way, if you do that, girls, if you haven't a clue how to get the volume, right, you get marks because it's a step in the right direction. The minute you do a step in the right direction, you get marks. Okay? So part 1 is find the volume. So the volume is 2/3 pi r cubed, right, which is 2/3 multiplied by pi multiplied by 5 to the power of 3. Into the calculator with that. Okay, so that's 2 over so it goes 250 over 3 pi. So that's the answer in terms of pi, but they told me correct to one place of decimals, so I'll go S to D, right, okay, and that would be 261, it's 0.79, so that's 0.8, and this is volume, so it's cm cubed. Is that right? Okay, part 2 then is the surface area. Okay, so the surface area of a hemisphere is 3 pi r squared, so it's 3 pi r squared, so that's 3 multiplied by pi multiplied by 5 to be squared, into the calculator with that, and it'll give you 75 pi. So that's if they ask me in terms of pi, but in this question they said correct to one place of decimal, so I'll go S to D it, and we'll get 235.6. So that's not very clear, sorry, 75 pi, and when you S to D that, that will be 35.6. And its area, so it's cm squared. Is that right? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a few of these for homework, right, for just the straightforward ones, and we'll do the kind of awkward ones tomorrow when we've practiced the straightforward bits. Okay, so I'm going to ask you to do page 401. Right, let's do question 1, 2, 3, 4 is working backwards. 401. 1, 2, and 3. Do you know, I'm going to give you one working backwards one. Just to have a start on the working backwards one. See, it's number 4. Just to see what you can do with it, and I'll fix it up tomorrow if you can't. Okay? But if you get a head start in it, so that's 1, 2, 3, and 4, page 401. Yes. 75 pi. Sorry, I'm going to get out new boards now for myself. That says 75. Oh, that did not help. That says 75 pi, and that's 235.6. Okay. I'll put up the picture now for you. Okay.